Hello, 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 everyone. It's the Chief Book Officer, Darren M. Palmer, excited to be with you once again. The host with the most. I'm excited to be here for Market Leader Live. Hello, everyone. It's been a busy Monday. But at the same time, we must do what we do on Market Leader Live every weekday. We get together and to go over things that allow for you to be a market leader in your particular industry. Because we know when it comes to situations like what we're dealing with right now at the time of this recording, when it comes to COVID-19 or the coronavirus or 9/11 or Y2K or the crisis with all of whatnot in the 80s or whatnot, whatever the situation may be, if you are a market leader, you will be able to push through. So with that being said, today I want to go into being Wartime CEO. Wartime CEO. I know some of you might have heard of that. We're talking about being a market leader. Being an industry leader. And when you're in an environment like this, I seen an article, I see some information, I think it was from Andy Frisella talking about that, is that it's typically easier for a person when it's, put it this way, it's easy to say that you're in business when everything is going right in the world, to say that you're in business. It's easy to say that you're an entrepreneur just because somebody gave you a product or a service or whatnot that you can just easily jump on. And I'm not knocking it, by the way. I'm not knocking it. So I don't want anybody to get upset and mad at me about it. But it is what it is. It's easy to say you're an entrepreneur when everything is going good, the money is rolling, things are flowing, or you got a hot product or service. It's easy to say that you're in business. But what a wartime CEO is, you have to push through it being a wartime CEO. Leadership is needed more than ever when it's wartime. In times of peace, when things are all going gravy and money is just showing up in your account, it's easy for someone to say that they're an entrepreneur. But when the things are happening where there have to be some cuts, where you have to make a decision, or you got to double down and invest, or you got to go hire more people, or you got to get the products or the services that you need to be able to scale in a certain time, that's where you see most people fall off. But for those who are wartime CEOs, they understand the importance of, you know what, I've been here before. I'm prepared for moments like this. That's what you have a Patton moment. This is what you have Winston Churchill moments, where you have individuals who are saying that I will not let the situation, I will not let the current environment deter me from reaching my goal. That's what you got the Normandy, the D-Day situation. Would you go, shout out to my boys, Matt Monero and Judge Grant. Well, you got to burn the ships, man. You got to understand that you got to burn the ships. And I see so many people when they're looking at being a market leader, the key to being a market leader is that you got to stop finding a reason not to win. Let me say that again. Some of you are finding reasons not to win. And so because you're finding reasons not to win, you're not acting upon what you actually could do. You're steady waiting for another time. You're waiting for it to be better. You ready? That is not a wartime CEO. Even a good or a bad move, regardless, make a move towards what you need to do. Your family is counting on you. So you might say, well, I'm not a CEO, Darren. This has nothing to do with me. Yes, you are. You are the CEO of your own life. You have accountability. You have been given life. So you are responsible for that life. You are responsible for the management of that life. Some of us, we have children. We are responsible for our children. We're responsible for at least putting them on the right track. We are responsible in ministry. We are responsible in our homes. We are responsible with our spouses or whatnot, our responsibilities. So don't take this as this has nothing to do with me type of thing because I'm not in business. Regardless if you're in business or not, when it comes to being a market leader, you have to be a wartime CEO. You got to be able to create in a time of uncertainty. You got to be able to move forward in a time of uncertainty. You got to keep your mind right in a time of uncertainty. You got to know how to pivot in a time of uncertainty. This is what wartime CEOs do. What happens in the peacetime doesn't have anything to do when it happens in the wartime. You have to prepare. You got to have the mental fortitude. You got to have the mindset to say, you know what? I'm moving forward and I'm going to win. And whoever with me, we're going to win as well. People are looking for confidence with a wartime CEO. But you can't be confident if you find it for you find in every way to check out. You find in every way not to do the things that you need to. And being a wartime CEO, when it comes to managing your life, or being able to be a better parent, or being in better health, or being able to serve more in your church or your local community, your favorite nonprofit, whatever that situation be. I just got through speaking to some students about the same type of thing, that yes, they got to be wartime CEOs of their own lives. So, okay, you might not be in classes anymore, but guess what you do have access to? You do have access where you can go. The particular school that I was speaking with, whatnot, that campus has it where they can come on campus or in the parking lot, so to speak, and they can be able to have some free time or some quiet time and have access to Wi-Fi to be able to knock out some of the things that they need to do. Now, is it ideal? Is it just like being in a classroom? No, it's not. Okay, but when it's wartime, it's not going to be comfortable being in a foxhole. It's not going to be comfortable having to make a decision. It's not going to be comfortable having to die to certain things or seeing others fall and be a casualty of war. But you got to do what you need to do to win the battle and to win the war. The key to it is that sometimes you might lose a battle, but you can still win the war. So even though I might lose the battle of being inside of the classroom, I can still win the war of getting my education for those who are looking for education. For those who are in business and you're looking at how can I get better? What can I do to build up during this current time? Can I redo some things to the website? Can I create new products and services? Can I create me some events? Can I find a way to do partnerships with others? Can I find a new skill set that I can learn? Can I choose to let my team know that I'm rocking with them, that I'm not going to give up on them during this particular time? Is it a way that we can have that much needed training that some of the rest of the team members were supposed to have, but we were so busy at that time? Now's the time that we can go and revamp some stuff. Let me just give it to you in a layman terms. Let's make sure that we just do some spring cleaning, people. Let's do some spring cleaning around here, whatnot. It's some things that you know you should have done. What's up, Jasmine? KC in the building. Thank you, love. We want to make sure that what we're doing is that we're moving forward, doing the things that we knew we should have done that we haven't done. This is the time now to make sure that you're able to do it. Not making excuses. You're not going anywhere. You're not flying anywhere. You don't have that excuse anymore. So now it's time to be that wartime CEO. Their wartime CEO. Now it's time to say, you know what? Yeah, I know that you're coming for me, but at the same time that I'm going to make sure that I battle this time. I'm going to get better at this time. I'm going to be more focused at this time. You got to have some of that mindset when a wartime CEO says, yes, I know it's one way up. This is D-Day. This is Normandy. I know it's one way up. We can't go back to the ship. We got to take the shore. We got to win. This is do or die. But see, with do or die situations, you got to have a sense of urgency. See, with being a wartime CEO, you got to have a sense of urgency in your life. You got to have a sense of urgency that I need to spend more time with my kids. You got to have a sense of urgency that I need to get myself prepared or I need to learn a new skill set. You got to have a sense of urgency that's saying, you know what, they got me this time, what happened with COVID-19, but this won't happen to me again. There's some people that experienced some stuff in 08 and 09 that even though they wasn't prepared, they didn't know that, say, for instance, COVID-19 was going to happen, the coronavirus was going to happen, but at the same time, they were making necessary steps because they felt the pain of what they experienced in 08 and 09. A wartime CEO has the understanding of I need to get better. I need to be able to prepare more. But at the same time, regardless if I don't have a plan that was lined up for this particular situation, one thing that I can guarantee is that I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to face it. And then what I'm going to do is create a plan, a strategy in the current market to be able to move forward, to continue to reach and hit my targets. Do you have an expectancy to win, or have you scaled back and made a reason for you not to hit your targets or your goals right now? This is just a question for you right now. This is not nothing. This is not nobody picking on you. I'm not trying to be funny right now, but I'm asking you, are you finding ways to scale back? Because I know it's some people that are still moving forward right now. And I'm not saying it's different strokes for different folks. All I'm saying is, what are you choosing? What is the narrative in your life? What are you choosing to think for you and your business, for you and your home, for you and your child, for you and your grandchildren, for you and your spouse? What are you choosing to do? Are you choosing to believe the reports of what they're telling you on TV or on the news? Or are you choosing to be a wartime CEO? Or you choosing to say, you know what, I'm going to get faster right now. I'm going to be more efficient right now. I'm going to make sure that I'm a better leader during this particular moment. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to choose to be more positive during this particular time in my life. I'm going to choose to invest. I'm going to choose to move forward. I'm going to choose to check out a seminar. I'm going to get on Udemy. I'm going to sign up on some stuff. I'm getting better in this situation. I refuse to allow the current situation to take over me and allow for me not to hit my goals, to hit my targets. I refuse not to be able to help more people be able to eat. I refuse not to be able to continue to sow into my local church or whatnot because COVID-19 going on. Guess what? The church still has bills right now. The church still has bills. Nobody didn't stop begging the church pay bills right now. It might be a situation your kids need you right now. You might need to do some training or whatnot, or work with them at home or whatnot to make sure that they're safe. But regardless of the situation, your company needs you right now. This is not time to put out that we're closed just because you might not be in the actual building right now. You can be, you can practice social distancing, and that's just physical distancing, but that doesn't mean that you're not socially connected to individuals right now. You can still be a part of or a group. You can be a part of a group text. You can be a part of something that you created yourself or whatnot, or your own private group, or send text messages to each other. What's up, Kim? Lots good to see you, girl. Regardless of the situation, you have to keep in mind that you need to be a wartime CEO. So that means that we don't cut back on the goal. We don't find ways to quit. We don't find ways to wave the white flag. But what we do find is ways to get better. We find a way to increase our attention to detail. We find a way to be inspired. We find a way to be positive. We find a way, let me continue to learn. We find a way to control the controllables. We must master the mundane. We must move forward regardless. Because guess what? Your children are looking at you. At these moments right now. You're teaching regardless if you want to teach or not. Your staff is looking at you right now. Your spouse is looking at you right now. Are you crumbling right now? Are you giving up? Have you thrown in the towel? Have you thrown in the towel right now? Have you given up, period, on life right now? Some people were giving up and it hadn't even been 2 weeks. They had already gave up on the rest of the year, and you had these big lofty goals and you gave up. It was one situation. Now, I'm not saying some of you hadn't even been hit. We understand the people who lost family loved ones. There's somebody in the hospital, they can't get to them. We understand that. We understand some lost jobs. They don't have access to anything. But that's not the case for everybody. So okay, I'm in Texas. In the area we are in Texas, we're not New York. We're not California. So why am I acting like I'm in New York and California? And we don't even have the rates we don't have the same scenario that they have. So why am I acting like, because I don't watch the news report, why am I acting like I'm in New York right now? Because I'm not. So you have to make sure that as a wartime CEO, stop finding ways to lose. A wartime CEO finds a way to win. I want to leave you with this thought. Are you finding a way to win, or are you finding a way to lose? That, my friend, will tell you if you're a wartime CEO or not. Hey, I'm glad that you was able to tune in to Market Leader Live. Nothing but love to you. I hope and pray the best for you in this time. Change your mindset. Keep the goals going forward. Don't give up on what you're doing right now. Get creative during this time. Do the things that you need to do. Get around the right people. Stay focused. Read the right material. Pour into yourself right now. You don't have to go. I'm not telling you go, spend a bunch of money, anything like that. Just do the things that you know you're supposed to do. Sow into yourself right now. Let's come out stronger and better than we were before during this time. Don't allow this to be a reason for you to give up or to quit or to be not who you want to be because of COVID-19. Choose this as a way of, I'm fighting back. It's for people that lost their lives because of this moment. You still have life. You still have strength. Go ahead and win anyway. Go ahead and win anyway. Let's show that we're not going to back down because it's COVID-19. Let's show that we're going to fight. Let's go keep moving forward. We're not going to throw in the towel. I mean, I'm being sensitive to the people who dealing with that, but that's not everybody's scenario. Everybody's not dealing with that. I know people who got it and tested positive and now they negative. I know some people dealing with some other issues, but that's not the case for everybody. So why are you acting like you're them and you're not? So let's be a wartime CEO, people. Let's stop finding reasons to lose. Let's be creative. Let's move forward. Let's leverage the tools that we have. Let's learn some new skills. Let's use some different mediums or whatnot to be able to get out to a wider audience, to be able to serve more people, to be able to give life in a situation where most people are speaking death. Let's go. Hey, it's your man, Darren M. Palmer, Chief Book Officer with Self-Publishing 30 Days. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Market Leader Live. Until next time, if you won't change, be the change. Be blessed and be great.